Hey everybody, welcome back to Mad Horse Barbecue. My name is Brian, and in today's video we are going to do a comparison on the, if you don't know what's underneath these covers, I'm about to tell you, but you should be able to figure it out by looking at them. But we're going to do a comparison on the 22-inch Weber Smokey Mountain versus the 18-inch Weber Smokey Mountain, and maybe which one should you buy? Are you torn between the 18 or the 22? Right away I can say, if you think you might want to get the bigger one, just spend the extra money and get the bigger one right away, or get the smaller one. Find out it wasn't big enough, keep the smaller one because of the modifications you did to it, and then buy a 22. Then you have two Weber Smokey Mountains, and then all you need is a 14-inch to complete the collection. I do want the 14-inch, but I haven't bought it yet. I've had quite a few subscribers suggest to me that request that I do a comparison video on these two cookers. I've kind of been hesitant because you can buy these at most grocery stores that sell Weber grills, and they'll usually have all three of them like right in a row, and right then and there you can get a good feel for how much bigger the 22 is compared to the 18. But I got the two grills. I don't have any meat today because I'm on call. For those of you who don't know, I am a wind turbine technician by day. That means I climb those 300-foot tall windmills and pretty much do preventative maintenance on them, but we do some electrical work as well. So I'm on call this weekend, and I don't like planning big cooks when I'm on call, just in case I get called in, to where if I get called in today, all I gotta do is stop shooting and I'll finish. But anyways, we're gonna do a comparison video on these, and we're just gonna go over each one and kind of give you a side-by-side view, and hopefully it helps you maybe get over that hump and make your decision on which one you want to buy. So let's bring you in, let's get the covers off, and let's go over these two cookers. Go ahead, get the covers off. I believe you get covers with both of them. About positive of that. All right, covers are off, and the first thing you're gonna notice is it does look like one of these grills is leaning. I've always kind of thought that my 18 and 22 both kind of lean a little bit. Maybe that's because of the wheels I put on them, but just on front view right now, everything is original on here. Like this door is the one that came with the kit. I did put I put a gasket on it. But that's just personal preference. You don't have to do that. You can just choose to use this door, but the gasket does help with leakage and heat retention. And then you're going to notice on the 22, this is the Cajun Bandit door. I did go ahead and buy this. Again, you don't have to do this. You can use the WSM right out of the box as is with the cover or with the door that comes with it. But I do like the Cajun Bandit door. And you can see there's no gasket on there, but you can also see on here that it seals up pretty tight, so there's not a whole lot of smoke leakage or heat loss on this one. So the 22-inch one, this whole kit is from Cajun Bandit. I believe I bought the door, I bought these chamber locks and the wheels all from Cajun Bandit. These right here are pretty nice. If you ever want to lift this thing up, all put together, these locks let you do it. So I can go ahead and just pick it up like that, and the whole thing comes up. There's not really a reason for it because this thing does break apart into 3 different parts. But when you're when you're wheeling this thing around, because the 22-inch is bigger, this does help with things not shifting around. And then obviously the wheels, they're 3 locking casters. Pretty nice. I do like the wheels on the 18-inch that I bought better. Those are just I believe they're just like 2.5-inch wheels I bought from Home Depot. I'll get you in. But just there's a size comparison there. So the big wheel is on the 18-inch. The small wheel is on the 22-inch. The 18-inch rolls a lot better. And while I got you down here, I will show you that I do have the port for the Barbecue Guru. That is your thermostatic control you can buy to use these things. I used to use it a lot, but now I don't really use it anymore. And you can even see I don't have it on the 22-inch just because these things are easy to control temps. So the wheels, really not 100% necessary, but it is nice to be able to roll this thing around instead of having to lift it up. Another thing on the 18 that I have is I have this. It's a hanger from Unknown Barbecue Company, I believe. And you can put your third-party temperature control on there if you want. So that way you can hang that there, then your temp probe goes right in there. Kind of nice. Again, not necessary. However, I like it, but I didn't like it enough to buy it for the 22. And then sticking with the outside, you can obviously see also on the 18, I did go ahead and put the handles on myself. Don't have them on the 22, just because typically when I get this thing, when I get the thing lit up, I'm not moving it. The only time I'm gonna move it is before I use it and after I use it. And after I use it, it's gonna be cooled down before I move it. But the handles are nice to, if you wanna just lift your chamber right off with the handles, you sure can. It makes it kind of easier. But again, the 22-inch doesn't have it, and I can lift the 22-inch right off just like that. Now sticking with the outside, I will tell you both of these have the lid hinge. Boom and boom. To me, this is my absolute favorite accessory for the WSM is a lid hinge. I'll take you around here in the back and just kind of show you it. But it's pretty darn nice. It locks right in. You know, and it just gives you a spot to put your lid for the most part. And of course, you know, once you get your meat on or whatever, you just take it and your lid hinge and your lid closes. The lid hinges are from unknownbarbecue.com. I will leave the links. It's nice because the lid hinges on these are, you know, it's pinned. So if you don't want to have it in, you just take this pin out right here and then you can pull the lid right off. So pretty convenient that way. But I'll just say that if I ever bought another WSM for some reason, I would buy a lid hinge for it. All right, let's go ahead and take it on the inside and go over what you get with each one of these cookers. Everything on the insides of these are, you know, come stock with it. So each one of these comes with 2 grill grates. The main difference, obviously, is going to be your 18-inch is an 18-inch grill grate, and your 22-inch is a 22-inch grill grate. And to show the, you know, the size difference here, I'm going to go ahead and use this banana. So here's a banana on a 18-inch. See right there, you could probably fit about, I don't know, about 20 bananas on there. And here's a banana on the 22-inch. You could probably fit about 30 of them on there. You can thank one of my coworkers, Trevor. He said to use the banana to show the size difference, which I thought the grate size itself was a good enough indicator, but you know, it's funny because I'm not going to grill a banana. If you want to grill a banana, go ahead. I'm sure there's somebody out there who's done it and is probably going to say it's awesome, but I'm not going to grill no bananas. All right, so with the 22-inch, you get 2 grill grates. There is a slight size difference of these, so you'll know if you have the top one in right. But here's the 1 grill grate. Here's the 2 grill grates, so you get 2 with the 22-inch. I don't really ever use the bottom one all that often. If I'm doing some wings and I want to get them a little closer to the coal, I might. But typically, if I'm using my WSMs, I'm cooking on the top rack. And then you also get a water pan here. When I use WSMs, it's a very rare occasion if I use any liquid in there, just because I think there's so much moisture with the meat dripping off the coal and the steam coming off the coal that having water in there, I know a lot of, you know, some of it's not for moisture content as it is as much as, you know, like a barrier from the heat, but I've used this thing a ton of times just with the pan in it with no liquid in it and had awesome results. And then this will be a little easier, but I'll show you this. We're just gonna go ahead and take this section off. And then what we are left with is the coal ring. This is the Cajun Bandit coal ring. You can fit just a little more coal in here if you buy the Cajun Bandit coal ring. I think what happened one night is I had a few too many bush lights and I just went on a Cajun Bandit buying spree, hence the fact that this thing is pretty much modded out with all Cajun Bandit stuff. The one thing you're going to want to do, you don't have to do it, but when you get this, you will get a charcoal grate. The problem with this is that if you're using charcoal, whether it be, you know, lump or you're using briquettes, you don't get max charcoal potential because it'll fall right through the grates. So what you do is you just buy another charcoal grate and you put it on like this and you crisscross it. That way your coal stays in the basket a lot longer. But then the basket comes right out as well. So WSM, 3 vents on the bottom, 1 vent on top. My exhaust, the vent on top is usually always wide open, and by usually I mean about 99.9% of the time I'm never closing that top vent. So go ahead and dig into the 18 now. All right, moving on to the 18-inch now. With the 18-inch, you do get 2 grill grates. You get a top grate and a bottom grate. Again, the bottom grate is just a little smaller than the top grate. You get your water pan. The big difference here, you'll notice that this is a deeper water pan. Whoop, okay, and on the inside of this one, this does not come with it, but this is the Wsm Hanger Kit from Pit Barrel Cooker. I will leave a link in the description, and I will leave a link in the description of this. Works pretty good if you're looking for a hanger kit. And then this one, this is just the regular old basket that comes with your 18-inch. And what you can see I did here is I did the same thing with the grill grates. So you get the 1 grill grate with it, and then I bought another smaller one and crisscrossed it. So when you put your coal in there, your coal stays in the basket longer. You know, but besides all that stuff, you know, that's pretty much it. You know, these cookers are identical. You know, the only thing that's different in them is the size, obviously. Which one is my favorite? I will say the 18-inch by far is my favorite. I mean, I can get pretty big briskets on there. If anything, you just got to kind of put something in the middle of the grate to kind of you know, kind of put the brisket and make a little arch with it. But the 18-inch to me is probably my best running grill that I have without any kind of electronic assistance. It just, you fill the basket up with, you know, with any kind of briquettes. Lump requires a little more attention when it comes to these, in my opinion. But you fill it up with some Kingsford Blue Bag, you get the fire going, and I can run this thing at 300 all dang day long, no matter what the conditions are. It just runs and runs and runs. The 22-inch, still easy to use, but the 22-inch where I notice things, the biggest difference is when I open up the lid, and I'm quick when I open up the lid, get the food on, you know, flip the food over, and I'm quick with it, and I don't like leaving the lid off for an extended period of time. But where I really notice it is when I open up the lid, the temps can spike, and then sometimes if you have it open for just a little bit too long, it's you kind of got to mess with the vents to get it to come back down to where the 18-inch, I really don't have that at all. You know, like I said in the beginning of the video, this hopefully helps, you know, you guys and girls out that wanted this video, that were maybe on the fence about if you should get the 22 or the 18. Like I said in the beginning of the video, if there's even a little part of you that thinks you're going to want the 22-inch, even if it's just like once or twice a year, buy the 22-inch. Or buy the 18-inch, and like I said at the beginning of the video, buy the 18-inch, get it home, cook on it, be like, darn, I should have bought the 22, then go out and buy the 22. Or you can do what I did, is buy the 18-inch, buy the 22, be like, oh, I don't need 2 WSMs. Sell the 18-inch to one of your friends, and then a year and a half later want it back, and they have only used it one time, and buy it back for the same amount of money you sold it to them. That's pretty much in a nutshell what I did. But I got them both back again. I'm not ever going to sell either one of these because I really love the Weber Smokey Mountains. I love the whole bullet style / drum style of cooking. That's kind of been my thing lately. So, yeah, you know, besides that, I don't have a whole heck of a lot else. Football Sunday, Vikings versus Chargers today, Skol Vikings as usual. But if you're new to the channel, I'd really appreciate it if you'd hit that notification bell, hit that subscribe button, because I'm just the kind of guy that likes to put out some barbecue videos and, you know, try to have as much fun as I can with it. So, you know, besides that, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. You guys and girls, have a good day. Thank you for watching. See you next time.